Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm going to do a review on my Kioti CK2610. They put the sticker right behind the loader arm, but this is what the machine is. Would have been better somewhere else. And I'm going to do some of the things I like and don't like about it. It's got 129 hours on it right now, and it works flawlessly. I did the service at 50 hours, and here we are now, still going strong. I'm going to list some of the things I like and don't like about it and why I bought it. I had a Kubota BX23S before this, much smaller subcompact tractor with the backhoe on the back. It was kind of too small for this property, and I wanted this certain tractor to begin with, but in 2022, because of supply issues and all that, it was a really long wait, so I ended up buying the smaller Kubota. But I finally got one and I'm happy with it. It works really good. It's got a lot of power. It's a good chassis size. It tows this box blade no problem. It works really good. After 129 hours, I don't really have any issues. The only few things, I find the parking brake pops off every now and again. I don't know what it is, but sometimes it stays on, sometimes it doesn't. And the other thing I don't really like about it is when it's hotter out, the glow plug light is on a thermostatic control. So like if it's above a certain temperature, the glow plugs won't come on, and when you start it puffs out smoke. But below, like, I'm in Canada, so below like 18 degrees Celsius it comes on. I just prefer if it came on all the time, like my mini excavator or the Kubota. Like, it would have just been nice if it worked all the time versus just sometimes. But those are pretty minor problems. It starts every time. I don't have any problems with it whatsoever. The reason I bought this machine is because of the lift capacity. When I had my smaller Kubota, I was going to upgrade to a L2501, but compared to the lift capacity from that to this is way better. It had better hydraulic flow, actually about twice as much hydraulic flow, the pressure. The lift capacity is better, the rear lift capacity is better, and it was cheaper. And you get more options. Well, these are add-on mirrors. I bought them on Amazon. I sometimes drive on the road, so it's nice to see who's behind you. You get the floor mat and suspension seat and all this stuff. And I like this one better than the Kubota. It's nothing against Kubota. They make really good machines. I had one. But I do like this a lot. So some of the specs about this, reason why I bought it, is the front end loader lift capacity is like 1,835 pounds. It's not in the bucket. Obviously it lifts a little less in the bucket. It's heavy, but it's still more than the comparable Kubota L2501, which is the one I was looking at. It's one of the reasons I bought it. I wanted more lift capacity, and this can lift way more than the Kubota. Like the rear 3-point, like the lift capacity of this is much bigger, like much higher, and it tows this box blade no problem. Like this box blade here is about 440 pounds. It's a Farm King unit. I put a ball hitch on it because I do tow the odd trailer around the yard with it, and it works flawlessly. Like, it is probably, in my opinion, one of the best attachments you can have on a compact tractor. It works really, really well, and it tows it no problem. You get the blade on the back, blade in the front, and of course the ripper teeth. And yeah, it's pretty impressive. I've had this ripping up dirt, and this thing will just sit there and spin all 4 tires, not even with the diff lock, just spins them all. It is a really good machine. The fuel capacity is about 34 liters. I think it's almost 9 gallons American. When you're using it, it burns a bit. The guy told me at the dealer, he's like, it's a sipper, and well, I guess compared to bigger equipment, it's a sipper, but it still drinks a fair amount. But whatever, gets the job done, and does it pretty easy and effortlessly. So I do like that. Certain things I added would be this toolbox. just to carry more stuff. I just mounted on a little plate, and I put the other one that was here right there on top of the fuel tank. What else can I say about it? The tires are filled on this particular unit. I think they're calcium chloride. I didn't know at the time. I'd much rather have rim guard with the beet juice. There's a way I can find out where to get it. I'll definitely get that. All the, loader arm attachments, and everything's really well made. I don't have any complaints about it. This unit is the hydrostatic unit, which is really good. You can tell it's got the little arrows on the foot pedals, so it's really easy to use. Brake pedal and then clutch on the other side, so it's a good unit. Everything works. I haven't had any problems with it, other than the parking brake likes to pop off sometimes, which is kind of annoying. So I usually set my parking brake, the box blade, and it's all good. The engine in this particular unit, the 2610, is a Daedong 25 horsepower 3-cylinder diesel. And the way the hood opens, it's convenient at times, but if you change your own oil, it's kind of difficult to get in there. I usually just stand up in here and lean in. When you're in there, you can see the top of the engine there. It's a rather big engine for the size of the machine. It's a 1.6 liter 3-cylinder Daedong diesel. It seems to be a really good engine. I have no problems with it whatsoever. It starts every time. And yeah, it's the same engine they put in the 3510 and the 4010. And of course, the 10 series, I guess they put after the little whatever range you got, 26, 35, 40. They don't make those anymore, so they're up to the, say, 2620, 3520, 4020, right? So more money, right? That's how life goes, I guess, nowadays. But if you're, I imagine they're pretty much the same. They don't really change tractors much. But that's the nomenclature on that. It has some weird quirks. Get underneath here. Drain plugs, there's 2 of them, because you can see the drive shaft goes right through the middle of the oil pan, which is weird. 4-wheel drive, works flawlessly. Never had any problems with it. It's got diff lock here for the back tires. I don't use it. You can. It's fine. I got the 4-wheel drive here. It's 2-wheel drive, down is 4. This little knob adjusts how fast and how slow your 3-point goes down. This here is just a lock for the loader arm, so I don't really use that. PTO, and then of course the 3-point controls right here for the box blade and a cup holder. So everybody needs a cup holder. And horn, lights, blinkers, all that good stuff. I don't know if you can see the hours on it here. Got 129 hours right on the dot. Got a little spinner knob on it. I find that's a lot easier than turning the wheel 100 times every time you're out in a tight area. But yeah. Okay, on this particular unit, I did go with the industrial tires. They included those in, no charge. I had those on my last one. I just think they're better than the ag tires, which are those little skinny pizza cutters. And I've never had anything with the hybrid tires. I imagine they're just as good as these, but I went with these, the industrials. I think they're a really good tire. They're good years. They're like super single loader tires, super grip loader. So they're good. I like them. They're decent in the mud. I did some stuff in the mud and they spit it out pretty good. Let's see. Get up on it here. It's good seating position. I put the mirrors on just so I can see when I'm driving down the road. Everything's at easy reach. That's the loader arm. This is the 3-point controls. It does have a nice suspension seat, so it soaks up the ride pretty good. It does have a high range is good in 2-wheel drive, which I would recommend. For just it's too reduced with the axles. It gears it down a lot with those like portal style axles. Then there's medium, which I use most of the time, but low is really good for when you're box blading. It's just very good. It spins all 4 tires if it hooks up on something. It's powerful. PTO I have not used yet. I bought this tractor because I don't use a whole lot of PTO attachments. Mine's more like towing and grading and stuff like that with the loader. If you're going to use a lot of PTO driven attachments, it might be better if you get the 35 or the 40 horse, because it would have more power to the PTO. As you can see, I haven't even taken the cap off mine yet. It's got a cap on it, big drawbar. I usually use it just for hauling stuff, towing stuff with the box blade. A lot of box blade work, as you can tell from the state of it. It was only put on this year. It's September right now. I put it on in May. It got a lot of use. What else can I talk about? I would definitely recommend this tractor to a lot of people. Like if you're looking at, say, a subcompact, and I had one with the backhoe on the back, and I thought it would be, you know, oh, it would be the best thing in the world, but it turned out it wasn't for me. I bought a mini excavator after, which I like way more. It's more versatile. You could spin around in circles as many times as you want. The backhoe was limited side to side, like it only had, you know, it can only move this way and that way because you're attached to the back of the tractor, and you had to spin the seat around, move it forward, get off, set it up again, put the legs down. It wasn't for me. Maybe someone who had a smaller property, you know, a couple acres, it would be ideal, because, you know, not everybody could buy one of each equipment. These things are not cheap. They're fairly expensive. Here in Canada, I believe I paid almost $34,000 for this unit. It came with the pallet forks, not the box blade. I bought that after. So, you know, prices vary around the country and the United States and all that. So, yeah, I would definitely recommend this unit over a subcompact. You know, unless you're into that. I'm not a big fan of the backhoe on the back. I bought my excavator, which is on my channel. I can drop some links below for different videos. I prefer the excavator. I paid at auction, I bought mine at auction, the same price as most backhoe attachments for these compact tractors. And I don't know, they're a pain to take off, and it's not for me. To me, these attachments like you get here, box blade, I use this all the time. This thing is very handy. I use it way more than I ever would a backhoe on the back of a tractor. And this is also good ballast because it's 440 pounds. It's really well made. I got the Farm King one. There's Kioti models, but this at my local dealer where I bought the tractor, this is what they had. It was a decent price. Way cheaper than the little 4-foot Land Pride one I had before for my old Kubota. I sold that. And you definitely want one where it sticks past the tires, because if you're backblading in reverse, you push all the material, whereas the one I had before, it was kind of center of the tires, so the tires would roll up on it. Wasn't a big fan of that. So I got this 6-foot one. But everything is really well made. You get like adjusters here, so it's easy to put the attachments on. You can hit this link, kind of adjusts it out, and makes it easier to, one on each side, makes it easier to hook up to your attachments, which is really handy. You know, the gearbox is massive. Everything is just really well made. I do like it. I got a shackle on mine for towing. I can't complain. I've torqued all the bolts, they're all tight, nothing's came loose. All the wheels, everything's tight. Nothing's vibrated loose. I guess you can see a little wear on the seat, might have been from sweating, being hot. But it's a really good unit. I like it a lot. I've never really used it in the dark, so I don't know if the headlights are bright. They're probably like pistols in a snowbank. But even when your bucket's up, it's half blocking them. Probably better off to put some lights on the ROPS, which I do have for it. Little orange surround so it matches. I'll just throw a rocker switch in the dash if you're going to use it at night. But the hydraulics are fast. The bucket lifts up quick. It's got the skid steer quick attach levers here, so you just pull them up and down. You can attach whatever. I bought it with pallet forks, and very handy. I would definitely recommend if you're out on an acreage style setting like I am. Pallet forks definitely a way to go to. I haven't had any problems with mine. I've watched other videos. Other people have had shifter problems, bucket controls. If you guys watch my video and you had any problems that I haven't, you can put them in the comments and we'll see where it goes. Maybe we can compare notes. Also, some things I do like about this model versus my Kubota that I had. Every time I wanted to check the oil, I had to pop the hood. Dipsticks right here. Front diff oil is right there. So everything, you don't even have to pop the hood. And sometimes popping the hood's annoying because you gotta pull the pins on this bumper and you gotta grab it and tip it forward. It's a little stiff. Pull that forward, and then there's a hood latch down here. You just pop it and flick it up. It would be kind of annoying to do that every time to check the oil, so I'm glad they put the cutout there. The front axle vent, the fill, and then the rear diff one is right here. They're all orange, so it's easy to see. ROPS does fold up. I just try to have it folded down because I park it in a low seat can. And it does fit in a standard height seat can. If you wanted to park it in with the ROPS up, you'd need a high cube unit. But it's just as easy to pull the pins and flop it down. And that's that. There's a couple of main fuses right there. I wish there was a way though that it didn't have a thermostatic control for the glow plugs. It's kind of annoying. Maybe they fixed it, but for my knowledge they haven't. And I found even when you do start on colder days, you gotta cycle the glow plugs. Like I'll have to, I don't know if the light will come on now. No, it won't come on now, but it usually comes on right there. When it's really cold, I'll have to go back, forward, back, and then start it. I find just once is not good enough. Maybe other people have better luck. If you do, let me know in the comments. That would be great. If anybody's had any problems with theirs, leave that down in the comments too. I'd like to know. Have a reliable tractor, which this is. I find this is extremely reliable. So far, I've had 129 hours on it. I hope I have many more trouble-free. I believe the warranty is 6 years unlimited hours, or 6 years 3,000. It's something like that, but it was really good. Also, the ground clearance of this thing is really good because of these portal style axles. You get a lot of ground clearance, which is super handy. So I've driven it in the woods, going over logs and stuff. Obviously, you know, you gotta watch your filters. You got one here, one on the other side. You get some low-hanging fruit here, some mounts. Other than that, it's nice. Some of the paint has, you know, it's minor. Some of the paint's wore off the step. And on there on the other side, I've touched it up. Some of the paint had a few bubbles in it. Right here. It's hard to see, but you can kind of see it bubbled. I did touch-ups here. I went and bought a can of Kioti orange spray paint. But overall, that's pretty minor. The only thing that kind of annoys me sometimes is I did have the box blade up one time, and I had the loader bucket up, and I was just pinning the ROPS up, and the park brake came off, and it rolled back. And I was standing here with my foot by the tire, putting the pins in the ROPS there. I felt it tug on my leg, and I jumped back, and it kind of just stopped a little ditch I was kind of by. So I don't know if anybody else has had that problem with the parking brake popping off, but definitely let me know in the comments if there's whatever I can do to fix it or adjust it, or I don't know. But I'm not a super big fan of that setup. You got to really kick it in to latch it in. But yeah. So thanks guys for watching my review on my 2022 Kioti CK2610. I would definitely recommend it. I recommend it to a guy I work with. I do believe these tractors are quite reliable. You know, I think most tractor brands now, they're all kind of on par. You know, Kubota and John Deere. I've never owned a John Deere, but I think a lot of people maybe steer away from these. They think, oh, Korean tractor, it is a South Korean tractor. They think maybe I should go with the John Deere or the Kubota, but I would highly recommend one of these. They seem to be quite reliable, good warranty, good dealer support. Yeah, thanks for watching. If you have any comments, leave them below. If you have any problems, let me know. And yeah.